Okay. Also damit herzlich willkommen bei unserem Was ist Slay the Princess Stream. Vielen Dank an die Entwickler, die mir hier einen Key zur Verfügung gestellt haben. Wie gesagt, das Spiel kam gestern raus. Hier Content Warnings für die Leute, die es jetzt im Nachhinein schauen, könnt ihr hier pausieren. Content Warnings könnt ihr euch anschauen. Ist tatsächlich die General Content Warnings, also die erste Section, ist ziemlich spoilerfrei, aber halt schon so ein bisschen spoilerly. Aber man weiß meistens ja schon ein bisschen was über das Spiel. Deswegen passt das. Und darunter, wenn man eine Weile, also wenn man dann noch über eine leere Section scrollt, dann findet man die spezifisch schon. Ich glaube, und die habe ich jetzt nicht durchgelesen, deswegen kann ich dazu nicht viel sagen, aber das sieht schon eher so danach aus, dass da schon so ein bisschen mehr Spoiler drin sind. So, whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Hey, maybe it's a better love story than Twilight even. Okay. Genau, Preferences können wir nochmal schauen. Genau, Fullscreen. Genau, wir können hier die Boil, Parallax und Flickering Images Effekte abschalten. Was wir sagen so, nee, das geht gar nicht. Das macht voll Dinge für mich kaputt. Dann drücken wir jetzt hier auf Start Game. The Hero and the Princess, Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And in the Princess are viele bunte Smarties.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Zu sehr an diese Smarties-Werbung machen. Oh, wait. Okay, wir können anscheinend explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Well, killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. Ich meine, diese Option gab es ja quasi schon in Far Cry 4, ne? Wenn die pazifistische Möglichkeit innerhalb von, glaube ich, 20 Minuten, Far Cry 4, zu einem Ende, den Game Over, also den Spiel, du hast das Spiel gewonnen, Screen zu finden. Wenn man sich einfach, wenn hier der Big Bad Evil Guy zu einem sagt so, hey, ne RJ, bleib sitzen, ich muss kurz ans Telefon, wir müssen kurz was klären. Und nachdem ich fertig bin, komme ich wieder und dann bringe ich dich zum Grab deiner Mutter. Easy, sagt er. Und alle anderen, die meisten Leute sind halt losgerannt und haben halt Spiel angefangen. Und wenn man auch wirklich 10 Minuten wartet, oder was es auch immer sind, dann kommt er wieder und sagt so, ja cool, jetzt können wir los, ich habe alles fertig. Und dann nimmt er dich in den Helikopter. Genau, und ihr habt eine gute Zeit. Volles gute Ende. Okay, komm, lass turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
No. Just away. Okay, fine, you're persistent. I'll go to the cabin, I'll slay the princess. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her, maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Yes, I definitely know where we're going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going, the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. But we'll all walk in the opposite direction now. Bye! Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Ja, haben wir das einfach.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Ah, goddammit. turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Ich drücke mal auf Rechtsklick. Well, okay, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. Not emotionally blackmailing me into this. Quietly continue down. Wait, no, this is actually, we're actually going to the path. No. Yeah, guck, hier wieder das hier. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Well, who knows? Maybe I want to die.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Die Art, wie wir hier mit dem Erzähler auch diskutieren, erinnert mich so ein bisschen an, oh Gott, wie hieß das? Nicht Garry's Mod, sondern, shit, wie heißt das? Wieso wüsste das jetzt? Mist. Wer weiß das hier im Stream? Er hat ähnlich, weiß nicht, vom Namen her ist es ähnlich wie Garry's Mod, aber nicht Garry's Mod, sondern halt auch so ein Erzähler, auch so ein älterer Spiel. Ah, fucking hell, wie hieß das? Es ist aus der Half-Life 2 Ära. Nicht nach... Was passiert, wenn ich nach Garry's Mod suche und dann komme ich da vielleicht über Spiele, die ähnlich sind? Nee, da komme ich zu allem möglichen Unsinn, aber nicht zu dem. Goddammit. Ah. Aber, egal. Okay, wir müssen das jetzt... Wir werden das jetzt hier nicht mal rausfinden. Wenn ihr es bitte wisst, sagt es. Das ist ein Spiel mit so einem Erzähler. Stanley's Parable, danke Ran. Genau, Stanley's Parable. Das war das. Aber du verstehst, warum ich sagte, so klingt so vom Namentyp ähnlich wie Garry's Mod. Es ist Stanley's Parable. Nein, es ist nicht Stanley's Parable, sondern Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable, right? Ja. Genau, da diskutiert man auch ein bisschen mit dem Erzähler. Oh, there's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, I don't there? Fine. Yeah, well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep tracking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Ich glaube, ich will das probieren.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Well, I don't care.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes, glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Okay, I think there's no escaping this. Man kann seinen Gedanken auch nachvollziehen. Ja, no.
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Well, I don't care about irritating you. I just don't want to kill anyone.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Aber jetzt ist auch die Frage, ne? Es ist quasi das Trolley-Problem. Wir können hier aktiv eine Person umbringen. Oder, indem wir nicht aktiv bleiben werden, also indem wir nichts tun, alle umbringen. Also in dem Fall ist es sogar noch eine schlechtere Version von dem Trolley-Problem. Im Trolley-Problem ist es, glaube ich, eine Person, die uns nahesteht, eine Person, die wir kennen und die wir auch, glaube ich, lieben. Und, oder halt einfach random 10 andere Personen oder 5 Personen, ich weiß nicht mehr. Entweder sterben diese random 5 Personen, oder wenn man den Hebel umlegt, dann wird die außer Kontrolle geratene Bahn auf ein anderes Gleis umgelenkt, wo dann aber eine von dir geliebte Person festgebunden ist und stirbt. Weil halt Bahn über sie drüber rallt. Das ist nicht so gut.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
What? That was the end of Chapter 1? Ich dachte, wir fangen jetzt einfach wieder von vorne
You're
an.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ist da jetzt eine Wand um uns rum?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
There was one here last time. You can't just force me into going to the cabin. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slay the princess. Died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead and that the princess has yet to end the world. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. And to answer your question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Es ist super spannend. Hier ist dran. Gibt davon hier noch eine härtere Variante? In der du aktiv jemanden auf die Gleise schubsen musst, um andere zu retten. Ach so, meinst du, dass aktiv auf die Gleise schubsen härter ist, als nur einen Hebel umzulegen, weil du tatsächlich physisch Gewalt gegen eine Person richtest und nicht nur auf einen Knopf drückst quasi. Die Version kannte ich noch gar nicht. Warte, doch. War das ein sehr, sehr fetter Mensch, der durch deine Fettleibigkeit einfach diese Bahn stoppt? War das das? Weil das ist... Ja. Das ist auch ein bisschen absurd. Einfach dieses Konzept von wegen... Okay, du hast die Wahl, diese 5 Menschen dort stehen zu lassen oder diesen World Record carrying fattest person of the earth that will most definitely stop the train of running over those 5 people. Alter, wie fett muss dieser Mensch sein? Also da muss ich zugeben, da geht für mich dieses Gedankenexperiment kaputt, weil ich einfach nur über diesen fetten Menschen sehr lachen muss, dass der anscheinend existiert. Und ich drücke schon wieder auf die rechte Taste, weil mein Finger einfach, weiß nicht, mein Finger ist zu schwer. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Uh-huh. Yep, okay. Heading to the cabin now. I'm definitely going to slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
You can't tell because it said braces, lie, braces. One.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Ah, fick.
Let's keep an open mind.
He did the cabin. Well, don't have any other option, I guess.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Wir haben hier ein Loch im Boden. Dieser Parallax-Effekt ist schon trippy.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Yeah, well.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action save the entire world.
Was meint ihr? Sollen wir die Prinzessin umbringen?
But if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Ich mag den Erzähler, er macht einen richtig guten Job, ey. Das Einzige, was tatsächlich ein bisschen unpraktisch ist, die Musik ist ein bisschen laut. So, die Voice Volume ist voll okay, aber die Musik ist ein bisschen laut, glaube ich. Ah, besser.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Warum nicht? Nachdem wir uns die ganze Zeit geweigert haben.
If we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Es tut mir leid, dass ich ständig hier auf rechts klicke. Es ist einfach... You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Explore, yeah.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Would you lie about that? What's the point? Watch the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Wie, das ist keine menschliche Hand.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
We're not human. Wir sind kein Mensch. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Herzlich willkommen übrigens an alle neuen zuschauenden Menschen, dass ihr da seid. Wir spielen gerade Slay the Princess. Unsere Aufgabe ist es, die Prinzessin umzubringen, um die Welt zu retten.
Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Keep your grip as it is.
Great. You keep your grip the way it is. Your task awaits.
Ach ja, und falls ihr wenn ich das hier die ganze Zeit seht, nicht wundern. Ich komme gerade aus Versehen die ganze Zeit auf die rechte Maustaste. Es ist richtig schlimm. Wir können das Messer aus dem Fenster rauswerfen. Ne, wir haben uns, ne? Ran hat gesagt so, wir sollen die Prinzessin umbringen, also gehen wir jetzt dahin und bringen die Prinzessin um.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Ich habe mich ja gewehrt, die Prinzessin umzubringen.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Yes.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
We do?
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Like the horse stairs to the left, I guess?
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I mean, normal for a person that has glowing eyes in the dark. I'm sorry, I didn't realise I was here. The name, getting down here was weird. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? All I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? Apparently threat to the world, I was sent here to slay you. Also normalerweise würde ich tatsächlich jetzt selber noch mal ein bisschen versuchen herauszufinden, was los ist. Aber wir versuchen sie jetzt einfach direkt umzubringen.
And do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Yes.
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Concern?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
We weren't.
Does it matter?
And we didn't say that.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
There's more of you now. What's your name? I'm getting you out of here, try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. Trust anything. Wait, aber, das ist ein Bug. Das sollte nicht, das sind 3 Optionen, die gemeinsam hängen. What?
Wait, that's not right.
Oh, das ist Absicht.
Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife beaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Ich weiß nicht, ob es aufgefallen ist, aber die Klinge von unserem Messer, also unser Mauszeiger hier, der ist jetzt rot. War vorher noch nicht rot.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. Say nothing. Ich sag mal nix. Doch. I'm not going to fix you. Okay. But you don't know she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone. Replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how you even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
For doing this. The mirror never scared you before him.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. In the silence, as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. See to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I want to be so. Dann schlaf du gut, aber schönes. Ich hoffe, du hast ganz tolle Träume davon. Are you the gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? That how it is? You know the matter. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me? You know about the world beyond this place. Are you the princess? Destroy your body. Destroy my own body. Are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
A person.
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Were you always the princess, or are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's a good question. Do you know the narrative?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do you know about the world beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I was sent to slay the princess, to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Well, that doesn't sound like a no. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow.
Well, I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Ah? Ist das Absicht, dass das Spiel sich gerade beendet hat? Ich würde es dem Spiel zutrauen, dass es einfach sagt so, okay, I'm ready to wait for you. Und dann macht es zu. Ich frage mich, ist das Absicht gewesen?
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Das ist tatsächlich Absicht gewesen. Wie gut. Okay, das finde ich irgendwie cool. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Wah, wah, wah.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Fantastisch. Ich würde sagen, das ist ein gutes Ende für heute. Jetzt habe ich innerhalb von 3 Tagen? Ne, 2 Tagen. Zweimal jetzt Spiele, die quasi Schleifen bilden, gespielt. Und ich bin von beiden irgendwie begeistert. Es ist gut. Mal speichern tatsächlich. Hier so. Und dann würde ich sagen, so, vielen lieben Dank an die Entwickler für den Key für das Spiel. Super spannend. Ich hoffe, dass ich noch ein bisschen dazu kommen werde. Vielleicht werde ich mich einfach in den Discord setzen und ein bisschen zocken, wenn ihr zuschauen wollt. Schreibt mir ein bisschen einfach, dass ihr gerne dabei zuschauen wollt. Ansonsten weiß ich ja nicht. Und keine Ahnung, vielleicht entscheide ich mich dann spontan einfach, das nicht zu machen. Aber ich glaube, ich hätte Bock mit euch, das gemeinsam zu erleben. Wenn ihr Bock habt. Und dann aber vielleicht einfach im Discord gemeinsam zusammensitzen, im Voice sitzen und dann ein bisschen drüber reden. Ich glaube, das ist cooler. Normal. Na gut. Na, dann wünsche ich euch jetzt dann eine gute Nacht. Träumt was Schönes. Und dann sehen wir uns am Freitag wieder für einen neuen Stream. Mal kurz nachschauen, was gibt es denn da? Schon sagen, was es gibt. Eventuell muss ich nochmal umentscheiden, was es gibt. Aber doch, nee, es sollte... Genau, es ist Vampire Survivors. Und, stimmt, wir machen einen Stream mit Honey Bunny. Und zwar Ranch Simulator. Das kommt nämlich in den 1.0 raus am 3. November. Wir dürfen es aber vorher schon mal in der 1.0 Version anspielen, deswegen machen wir das. Weil ich gerade auf den Plan schaue, morgen ist ja auch nochmal ein Stream, ne? Morgen machen wir einen Pen and Paper Stream mit Pirate Borg. Ich hoffe, ihr habt Bock. Ab 19 Uhr sehen wir uns. Also dann, Nacht. Freue mich schon auf euch.
Wo bist du, mein Sonnenlicht? Ich suche dich und vermisse dich. Ich vermisse deinen Atem. Oh Gott, er reagiert.
Ich dachte gerade, da war SpongeBob in der Ecke. Was ist los? Da war irgendwas Gelbes.